Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of On the Range podcast with Hogg Tactical and Kelley Defense. I am Mark Kelley from KelleyDefense.com, and joined with me, as always, is my co-host and friend, Rick Hogg from Hogg.com. How's it going, buddy?
Man, Mark, it's going great. Just want to thank the NRA for giving us this opportunity for Voices of the Second Amendment Atlanta. So we got a couple great guests today. So if you notice from our past, we've got two now. We've got Jake and Brian from Phorm. So super excited to have them on the show. Gentlemen, welcome to On the Range.
Hey, appreciate you having us on. It's an honor to be here. It's super cool. I mean, it's my first time at the NRA Annual Meeting. So coming in, seeing everyone, just all the booths, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. That's for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, just perception on it, right?
Yeah.
Walking in, it was a lot further of a lane going all the way down, back and forth.
Sure.
So, but awesome spot.
Have you been up to SHOT Show?
I have not.
Okay.
And I've heard some. Brian's over here. I mean, Brian was the one too. He's like, man, you should really come down to the NRA convention. We were coming down and everything, and he's been to SHOT Show, and I've heard nothing but great things about that.
Well,
yeah.
The thing with SHOT is it's so big. Mm-hmm. And the thing I like with here at NRA, it's more of a smaller show. Mm-hmm. You've only got 14 acres, I think, is what they're promoting, versus God knows what you got out at Vegas. Where SHOT, you've got, it's an industry deal. Here you've got the end user consumers here.
Yep.
So it's kind of a completely different show, different feel in my opinion. I kind of like the NRA better. Yeah. Just because I'm not getting lost, and who knows, especially if you go to the basement at SHOT, God knows if you're going to come out, shoot up a star cluster, be found. But
What's cool too is it's just NRA members.
Yes.
You get to mingle with them and see them, and a bunch of great Americans who care about the Second Amendment.
Yep.
It's just it's a cool place, and we're having a blast. Big shout out to the NRA for inviting us.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's a big testament to the gun community as a whole, the size of these events.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's something I've always known of the NRA. I mean, I grew up just farm kid from central Wisconsin and everything with my dad and that's always been members of the NRA through and through, but never ever actually been to an event. So it's kind of like a full circle kind of piece to where dirt road, to all of a sudden, this is wild.
Yeah.
But it's kind of one of those for the annual meeting. Mm-hmm. Number one, let's be an honest broker. It's going to take some bucks to get here.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're not in the general area, so even if you are, unless you're commuting back and forth, which parking's still going to cost you 50 bones here.
Dude.
Thanks Atlanta. It's going to cost you some ducats to get here.
Yeah.
And especially if you're flying hotel, I mean, you can see these costs start getting to SHOT Show-esque. Even though it costs the members nothing to be here, you're going to tally up just trying to get here and kind of see the different things the industry has to offer.
Well, the fun's got to come from somewhere, right? To be able to put it on, especially if you are keeping it, free to the members and everything like that. So it's
good point.
It's kind of, I would say, a testament to all the companies within the industry, right? And that's the cool kind of piece. I love coming to different events like this where you have the different, companies that have been around for years and generations, gun manufacturers, ammo manufacturers, to where then you have all the kind of the smaller companies as well. They're helping fund essentially, the overall arching NRA dream, right, of making sure, and it's not a dream, it's reality, but just holding that Second Amendment true and strong.
Yeah.
So.
And then you have, companies like Phorm and all that other stuff that are added into that as well. Yep. I mean, we had Pete Brownell. How many times he said he'd been here?
Oh, God.
30-some.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. So, it's a great event.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then with Phorm, so you guys wanted to kind of jump in a little bit as far as Phorm, and especially the outdoor side, what you guys got going on there.
Yeah, there's 100%. Probably a lot of questions with Phorm. We're a fitness company, supplement company. Mm-hmm. So what are the supplement guys doing at the NRA show? Well, one, the guys that encompass the company are members of the NRA. Mm-hmm. So this is our personal world. We love this kind of stuff. So having the chance to incorporate what we do professionally in a personal interest where there's mutual benefits is a great opportunity for us. Yeah. So fitness and training is an important facet in law enforcement and hunting and in everyday life. So we feel like there's a lot of value for us in this space, and that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to just even kind of add to that piece, because Brian's very, very, very tapped in to just the gun world, right, and knows a lot more. I've been more in the archery and all that kind of stuff as well, but it's the facets to the outdoor space, right? I think the big piece within just First Phorm Outdoors, like why we are here, Brian's 100% on point. The goal is to help individuals live a lifestyle, allows them to experience more of the outdoors, of the things they love to go out and do, right? So whether that is wanting to go out hunting in the backcountry, right? Whether that is, just adding an extra 5-10 years onto their life, right? Maybe, pick up a little bit more water, a little less whiskey, eat a little bit healthier, a little bit more protein into your diet, instead of chugging down a bunch of different energy drinks that you don't really know what's ultimately in there, like give them something that's more of a better for you kind of category, right? That now we can make sure that everyone talks about kind of that, the outdoor heritage, or passing on the heritage, passing on, that's the beautiful thing. I mean, I have a gun from both my grandfathers, right?
Wow.
And those are pieces that I literally was just talking to Brian about this last week, is I want to get one of the shotguns, single shot that I got from one of my grandfathers. Both of them are no longer here, right? But if there were little things in their health, little changes that were tweaked, I'm a firm believer that they would still be here today. Add an extra 5-10 years on to where I'm now older in my years, and like I still got a long ways to go. But as I've gotten older, it's like, man, I really wish those guys were still here, right? To be able to share more of those memories, more of those moments, to really, in the selfish way of even bringing more forth, like the outdoor side is like, a lot of people on the outside, my dad, uncles, when I moved down to First Phorm, they thought it was like, oh, Jake's working on that bodybuilding company, right? Like, Jake, you doing that fitness stuff, right? Yeah, cool. Lift heavy things. It's like, Dad, it's so much more than that, right? But they're just, farmers, right? Tree trimmers, everything, blue-collar individuals. That's what I grew up in, to where I know, like, my goal is to keep Dad, because anytime we go out elk hunting or anything along those lines, he's like, man, I don't know how many more years I got, right? He's like, and then I'm over here like, until I bury you in the side of this mountain, right? So just trying to pass on the outdoor heritage, help people. It's not just a fashion show or anything like that, but live a lifestyle, right? And just trying to embed that into the culture. And that's why, just even being down here, the NRA is, there's so many individuals that we want to be able to go out and connect with and let them know we're not just here to go pump iron, but it's a healthy piece.
Yeah, I think that's the big message with, First Phorm, as far as what you guys have going on. You got a very unique mission statement where it's just not about trying to push you supplements, right? And it's how do we help you in this fitness journey the entire way?
100%.
And too many times, we see whether it's firearms, fitness, pick whatever F of the different ones you want to do, people fall off short, right? So, hey, I'm going to do a fitness routine, and I hate when people go, oh, the first of the year, right? Start today, right? Start now. Start right now, whatever it is. Hey, if I want to get better at my fitness, my finance, my firearms, my family, my faith, that's all my F's, right?
Yeah,
so
love it.
My plug's there. But with you guys, especially seeing that transition over into the outdoor space. So how do we get the classic, if you want to say, gym rat? Okay, now I'm reaching a more diverse base to get people outdoors. Because for the most part, people are sedentary. They're sitting around. Let's look at our average American people.
Oh yeah, I've been window watching throughout the entire aisles, even being down here.
How many? And I'm not looking to put anyone down, but let's be an honest broker, right? How many people lack mobility that you've just seen here? Now there could be other reasons why, right? And I'm not downplaying it, but you just see more and more and more. How many added pounds are we, carrying that we shouldn't? How much water are we not drinking, right? We can go all this stuff, and like you said, just see some of these people just go up a flight of stairs, huffing and puffing. So getting that fitness back into hopefully society.
With all those F's too, with fitness, there's no finish to any of those.
I like it, man.
So there's no. I think some people have a mindset. I'm going to do this for 6 months, and then you're forever going to be that in shape person for the rest of your life.
Right.
Or if you train once a week for 6 months, you're going to shoot that good for the rest of your life. It's not. So it's just another thing you have to take in, that it's a lifestyle. It's not it's not a diet. It's you got to figure out the way to make the best choices to live the life you want to live in that manner.
All those things are perishable for sure.
Correct.
And we had Pete Koch, Swede from Heartbreak Ridge on the show, great guest. And he talks about just being able to sustain the ability to live alone on your own is enough reason for these kind of things. And he does a lot of work in that as well. So,
it's, especially with fitness, and to that point of just like being alone, I think so many people nowadays, like, they're afraid of the silence inside of their own mind, right? To where they're trying to either be in the phone, they're trying to, you know, be around these parties, or they always feel it's like the fear of missing out, right? And just even looking at like a lot of the younger generation that's ultimately out there, to where it's like, man, going out to the range, it can be a community thing, but sometimes that's some of the best therapy for an individual. Just go out and throw some rounds down range. I mean, in all capacities. Yeah, it allows you to get in your own head, actually think, have conversations with yourself. I think a lot of people nowadays, they're almost afraid to have those conversations with themselves, and they surround themselves by other people who aren't holding them maybe accountable to do those different things. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And that's a great point. It's that self-accountability. How do we, you know, yes, I want my community, but at the same token, ultimately, I'm responsible for me. How do I sit there and make my own self-improvement? I'm going to do a shameless plug. The Firearms Training Notebook, right? 1% better every day. Yep. So, and that's just a piece of the whole F sequence, right? Yep. And I like with you, you know, hey, what is it? The finish?
There's no finish.
There's no finish. I had a plug in there and it slipped away, but anyway, I'll come back. There's another F I wanted to plug in, but anyway, how do you hold yourself accountable? And that's the hard thing. If you don't have like a tangible, something to write things down, something to go, whatever. Hey, do I need, you know, Brian, Jake, Mark, Rick, what are you doing, man? You look like you're carrying freaking some extra pounds on there, right? You're sitting there sucking down 4 liters of cola a day. Hey, man, what you doing?
Right.
You can't walk up the stairs, and don't be afraid to bust somebody's chops, man. Hey, dude, step your game up. Yep. So I like that concept, that individual accountability.
Yeah, the accountability. Go ahead.
No, but I was just going to get back to, I think, with the whole, you know, if you want to say self-talk things going on with your head, and you talked about the phone, right? That's the biggest thing people need to sit there and chuck away. What are you on this thing for? To burn time? Because you can't mentally, you know, sustain. You think about us as kids, right? And then I'll let you get direct to your point. Dude, we'd sit there and doodle in the dirt, right? We didn't have no phone. Somehow we survived it.
Dude, we went out into the woods, like literally just to we would go out there to make little fires, right? It's like my brothers and I, and now I think about like my nephews and all this, like the shit that we did back in the days. I'm like, man, I just want to see Liam go out and do some of that stuff, right? And down to the little creek bottom, and it's like we'd be a mile away from the farm, and like the rule was always like you had to be in whistle distance of mom and dad. They had the mom and dad whistle that they, you know, essentially go 5 miles, but you know, that's, if you were out of that range, you were in trouble, and you had to be back before dark. But it's like, you'd get out there and just, you had the ability to self-teach and dig into your own creativity in it, to where now it's like, everything's on the phone, but that time piece, because most people say, I don't have time to work out.
Please.
Dude.
Show me your screen time.
Show me your screen time. How long were you in the bathroom today scrolling, right? Like, you can do a lot of things in a very short amount of time.
But it feels nice out. We weren't allowed inside the house. You know, because mom didn't want to hear it. You go outside and play.
Beat it.
Well, beat it.
It's raining. Good for you. Make you strong.
Rub some dirt in it.
You got a rain jacket.
Exactly. Yep.
So what's going on with First Phorm? How's the? I know you just got in. Did you just get in today?
Yep. Yeah, we just got in today.
How's it going so far?
Good. Great so far. We're partnered with Huxworks, safety company, doing some energy drink giveaways and stuff. So that's where you can find us at the booths for the next couple of days.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll make sure to get you some energy drinks and everything for the next few days.
And I love Huxworks. I love Rick and his whole safety company, right? Safety Works.
Yep.
They sell suppressors.
It was a good rebrand.
Go check them out. No, it's a great one, right? So from the branding aspect, and I sit there and go, did I miss the mark on this one? Warhog Tactical. I've got everything that screams suppress you because your name right there. Huxworks, safety company. Maybe I should become Warhog Safety Company, right? I mean, it's terrible you got to think that way, but this day and age, you've got, I don't even want to say it, but you have to always be thinking, is what I'm saying, what I'm putting out there, is that going to get me a violation from somebody else? Not the Constitution, but somebody else that says, nope, that we don't agree with you, so we're going to not push what you're saying.
Right.
Before we hear what new products you got coming out, are you bringing back the pumpkin spice bar. Bro.
It'll be back.
Money.
It'll be back.
For the viewers and listeners, delicious.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get your Uggs and your basic tees out.
Yeah.
So what's new coming? What's the new thing?
Oh, man. I mean, the biggest things that you're going to see most often are going to be apparel releases with us. Well, you'll see a lot of times new flavors of products, but as far as new products, you won't see too many new supplement products from us. We have a pretty strong foundation in that category. So now it's just growing reach for us. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yep. The biggest thing now is our better for you category, our energy drinks, meat sticks, and our protein bars.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing that you'll start seeing all over the country.
Yeah,
they're all great.
All fantastic.
Yeah, they're all
they
great.
Are good.
They're all great. They got 18, 20 grams of protein in each one of those, so you can throw them in your pack, throw them in your bag. They're on the range. They're better for you snacks. All the stuff that we're all grabbing when we're going to the range, meat sticks, beef jerky, energy drinks, it's just a little bit better for you.
Yeah.
So, and the guys that are from the company are also on the range shooting.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
What's your biggest? I'm sorry, Rick.
No, go ahead.
What's your biggest seller apparel wise?
Oh man,
I mean, a lot of it. I'd have to say, if looking across the board, women are always going to go through and buy a heck of a lot more stuff.
Yes.
Right? Like when it comes into that,
Yeah.
especially, I mean, athletic wear, everything in there. But I would say we've done a really, really good job even tapping into more of the lifestyle wear.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of like your everyday wear, whether it's 3/4 zips. You'll see a handful of different newer pieces that are going to be coming out that honestly, like, I was like, hell yeah. Like, let's rock this, right? And it's just every single year. I mean, I remember back, I've been with them a little bit over almost going on 11 years since being with the brand. And that's like, we had little, just print Gelden T-shirts or whatever kind of thing back in the day, and now it's like the progression is wild. Yeah.
But we all got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
We've all had the jankiness, like the first set of Warhog shirts, horrible, because I learned a valuable lesson. So they send you the little proof. Okay, this is what it'll look like until it gets delivered.
in theory.
In theory.
Yeah.
And that's when, at least for me, when it came to items being made, I want a local company that show me a sample.
100%.
So like the guy that I'm using now for all my silk training, before we even move forward with one iota Warhog project, I want to see a sample. He's like, no problem.
We use local companies too.
And if a company's not going to do it, probably not the company you want to do business with.
Yep, correct.
Because I think we've all been snake bit somewhere, especially in the T-shirt business.
Oh, dude.
Well, yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, like, they're human too. Like, on the other end of it, like, there's going to be mistakes made here and there, but it's like, if a mistake is made, like, hey, own it.
Yeah,
let's make it right.
Well, there's one thing for a mistake, and there's one thing when you can't actually see the physical product. So when I'm betting on, hey, this picture, looking on the computer going, yep, this is what your T-shirt should look like, and you're like, nope. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
But
other than that, I mean, big piece, like, partnership with AB. That's going to be a really big one. So you will see the first Phorm logo. Definitely some things ultimately changing up there, but the logo is staying the same. I mean, you know more about that as far as like.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be the next big thing. Probably midsummer, you start seeing more of our partnership with Anheuser-Busch and with Dana White on the energy drinks. So
awesome.
That's going to be that'll be a big overall, just a big thing. Getting these cans in, let's say, close to 200,000 locations.
Nice. From
the 1,500 locations we're currently in.
Yeah.
Wow.
So just something that kind of deal is what we've been working for a long time, and it's not necessarily a big bottom line thing, but we're looking at a kind of a big advertising campaign for the rest of what the company's trying to do.
Yeah.
So the more eyes we can get introduced to us through these things, the more lives we can change.
Absolutely.
So it's a great way to pull more people into the brand that wouldn't normally have an opportunity to experience us.
Right. Yeah.
And I know you guys have done a great job supporting us with our Project Officer Survival.
Yeah,
so again,
happy to
when we do our free law enforcement firearms training, you guys are always sending products down. So I appreciate the support on that one.
Yeah.
I will circle back with this. Hey, if you get a face-to-face with Dana, I know he's got touches with Meta, say, hey, man, what you doing to the industry, right?
Yeah.
If he's got any questions, have him give me a call.
That's right. He's on the board now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man,
He is. Yeah.
So I think Zuck somehow got him over there, but we're still not seeing any change, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that digital footprint for us is being absolutely crushed, which was our best platform going. But when they sit there and just pull the rug out from underneath you, I got some problems.
I hear that more and more often.
Yeah.
Every few months, I'll hear that from a fewer higher viewership type channels and stuff. Yeah,
it's like gone.
Yeah, it's going to be the next few years are going to definitely be interesting with everything that's ultimately been changing and shifting. Like, hey, if things actually do change, right? Like that's always like everyone in the beginning. It's all the hype and the get everyone's feathers ruffled in the sense of like, yeah, we're pumped and excited.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Now the smoke settles. What's actually happened?
Let's pump the brakes a little bit with the excitement. I get it, because people they've been feeling it. We've been feeling it.
Oh, yeah.
And there's that chance, man. You want to hold on to that, but like you said, until you see some change, it's still the same.
Yeah. Well, I know you said that you had some different episodes or whatnot ultimately pulled down. It's like I've had ones pulled off of YouTube and everything, or simply just stuff that
YouTube's
was a blade
brutal,
of a knife
man.
and stuff like.
Well,
it's wild.
Ours wasn't even anything firearms related.
Yeah.
It was on the range podcast guests.
Yeah.
And if you're going to hack guests, give me a break. Like, I can't even support. Like, they pulled one of ours that was a suppressor video, and it was all suppressor education, right? Hey, man, here's what's going on. It gets pulled, but then it was like a year later it comes back on, right? So it's just weird.
Yeah,
like,
they changed some rule or something.
What are you doing, right? Like, you're on again, off again.
Service.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
Right.
don't get
terms of service,
I'll give you terms of service, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, our shift has been, how do we keep everything organic? Unfortunately, because we can't trust anything else. It's everything's getting, our legs chopped out from underneath us. The website, the podcast, email list, that we own. Unfortunately, we're at the rest of these beasts beckoning. And if they opt to sit there and go, hey, you're done, you're done.
Very little recourse. Very little.
Zero.
Like
in Instagram's case, none. There's nothing you can do.
Yep.
Well, I mean, word of mouth is still king.
Absolutely.
Just, cash used to be king. Word of mouth is still king.
Cash is still king.
Yeah. Come on now.
Whoa.
So,
Cash is still king.
So if you're listening, tell a friend to listen.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
That's the number one way everybody can help each other out is share a product you're happy with.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
And it's that, and then it's also, there's that next unfortunate step, right? So whether it's going to warhog.com, kellydefense.com, ontherangepodcast.com, firstform.com, firstformoutdoor.com, right? I think I've hit them all my shameless plugs in there.
Yeah.
And it's leaving the review or going to Google or doing all these digital footprint things where, yes, word of mouth is absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
But we also kind of need that digital piece to go as well. You guys send me a newsletter. Hey, I like what I see. You hit that forward button. Unfortunately, it forces you, I think, on Facebook or whatever the case is, or try to send them a direct link to it. But it's just sharing the word out there. And I agree 100% with you, Brian. But like our word of mouth, that's the moneymaker.
And that, I think, even on our side of things, because that's even with my own personal podcasts, not shameless plugging that, but
plug it.
that you have to be okay with asking for that ask, right? Putting that piece out there. Hey, it's not, you can't even look at it really as like a shameless plug. It's like, hey, this is the reality of it. If you love what's going on here, share it with someone else, because we live in such a fast-paced world where people just and we're all guilty of it, where we'll scroll through, we think something's cool, and maybe you just hit the like button, right? And you didn't go in and take the 30 seconds to make a comment or whatnot, and you just scroll on, because it's such a consumer base, right? And it has to be something that's super, super compelling.
It's a big deal, and people don't realize that. We try to push it every time we get a chance.
Yeah, especially with the podcast, right?
For sure.
Hey, leave us a rating review.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a thumbs up emoji.
No.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I think we had the one dude, I forget his whole thing, but his part of his name was, or not even his real name, but his, I don't even know what you call it, handle, whatever, was 1911. He left us 4 eggplant emojis. and it came through. Hey, great. And we got on there. It's like, hey, dude, thanks for that. Right?
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So
that is awesome.
All right, note eggplant emojis.
So
we'll take whatever we can get at this point.
Yep. 100%.
So what the best way to look at you and get a hold of you and buy your stuff is on the website, correct?
Yeah, firstform.com, firstformoutdoors.com.
We'll put that in the show notes. And then what's your podcast?
Podcast is Experience More Podcast, or just EMP, on all platforms across the board. And then it's hosted on the Overdose Outdoors YouTube channel. And it's not your typical like outdoor podcast, right? Like personal development, living a healthier lifestyle allows you to experience more of the outdoors, just in all facets.
Yeah.
So awesome. Yep.
Well, we'll put a link to that as well. So
No, I appreciate it.
Fantastic seeing you guys.
Thanks for all
really
your
We appreciate the time and the opportunity.
Yeah, man.
We really do.
You guys are always welcome back. So
100%.
super easy. You guys know the deal.
Let's get together and do some shooting.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we need to do that for sure. Yeah.
All right. Awesome,
All right.
guys.
Thank you.
Cool.
For the rest of you guys, don't forget, train hard, stay safe, and we'll see you on the range.